Good afternoon and welcome to the Glens Falls Water and Sewer Board meeting. It's June 2nd at 2 o'clock. We open up the meeting first to public participation. I don't see anybody here in the boardroom, but Peter, please let us know if somebody joins us online and would like to have public participation. Number 2 on our agenda is our stormwater moment. I know you guys have seen this in your packet. When you're washing your car in the driveway, remember you're not just washing it in the driveway. Rain washes soap, dirt, and soil into our storm drains, which leads straight into our streams, local water bodies, and then eventually the ocean after it gets through the Hudson River down at some point. All right. So soap is for dishes, not for fishes. Chemicals in soap are toxic to fish. I like this, Bill. The comedy in it is definitely right up my alley. So the soap is toxic to fish and other aquatic life and cause an overgrowth of algae that makes people and pets and wildlife sick. Wash your car at the car wash, not on gravel or grass, and less soap use less soap and pour the bucket of soapy water into your sink, not the driveway. So that is our stormwater moment. Thank you all for participating. 3 is billing issues. We have one.
Wanted to know where Joanne got my picture.
Oh yeah, did she put you? It yeah, very good. It's great. I love the socks, Bill. It's awesome. It's great. Um, so billing issues. 175 Broad Street billing issue. Bill, do you want to talk about it?
Yes, constituent had a toilet that was running excessively. They finally found the leak. It was one of the original toilets and part of the original lease. They had a plumber repair the toilet. They used to have solar water savings. They're seeing if they could do anything with their bill.
Okay. Must have been running for a while. Go ahead.
That's good. Well, I'm sorry. Where does the name Windsor Development come from? It's a blast from the past there.
Windsor
I'm
Development.
sorry.
Where does Windsor Development come from? I mean, they were, it seems as though I've heard that name's familiar. Did they do some development in the city previous, or have we had a billing issue with them before?
Not to my aware, not that I'm aware of. I don't know if anybody on the board remembers it or not.
I don't.
I don't remember that.
So it would have been maybe in the 80s.
Oh, they're property owner.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So maybe back in the 80s they had another issue with one of
Could
their
be.
properties.
Anybody else? I would like to table this for pending further investigation to see if they've been serviced as far as their one only and come back on it next month.
Okay, so table it and ask our water and sewer staff to look back at this property and make sure there's been no other issues in say in the last 5 years. Is that fair enough?
Yep, sounds good.
This development group,
Yes. This property about that, right?
But
Or
yeah,
this
and the group, as
development.
far as I,
Papers,
yeah,
And the
any
group.
relief
Yeah.
before. Okay.
Yeah.
We'll discuss it next month then for some more information. If it's just my,
Yep. Any concerns with that? Anybody not okay with that? Postponing this for 1 month?
okay, I think
If they call us and ask, we'll say we just postponed it so we could do some research, make sure that we hadn't had continuing problems
we need a motion to that effect.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion, we table this
till next month.
till next month's meeting.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. 29 Smith Street billing issue. Bill?
this woman called Helen, called me and told me about the issues she was having. You know, she just dealt with the passing of her mom and some other personal problems. And asked if we could take a look at this and see if we could do anything to help her out. She had problems corrected. There was the pole valve. She had a plumber come in. He broke a little thing in the back. And they had another, she asked if there's anything that we could do. With her bill, which would be greatly appreciated. It doesn't appear that she had any other issues prior to that. So Mary Beth looked out back at it. And, everything else has been pretty good up until this point, as far as her history goes.
And do we know, she didn't send any previous bills or anything, so do we know what she usually is charged or how much usage or? I mean, if we're gonna give her a refund, we'd probably base it on that, I would think, so we need that information.
Yeah, I would base it on the fact that I think she was just the minimum almost all the time.
She was at the minimum, Bill? You did look?
I think Mary Beth did.
Okay.
I
All right.
checked.
And again, no past issues with this property or anything that you're aware of? And did-
No, nothing I'm aware of.
29 snow.
Thoughts?
I have no problem giving a refund,
Giving her a refund to what normal usage
what their
is,
normal usage is, I don't know about the rest of the board, but
as long as there's no, with contingency that
Right.
there is no history of this.
I don't
It is-
remember anything.
I would
Well-
wait to do one until you have an amount, like an exact.
Because
really neat.
it's a
It's,
resolution.
it needs to be pretty, yeah, I would
Yeah, you're probably.
maybe table it and get an
Table
amount
it
for
till
next
next
month.
month.
Get some more information.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if it's relief, I want to make sure it's an
But
exact
it is
amount.
kinda nice to get 2 handwritten letters.
Yes, I
Don't get very
agree.
often
Yeah.
anymore.
I appreciate it. Bill, can you, can we, I think there is a motion to adjourn this for just 1 month so that we can, get, the costs of her last several, bills and, have your staff check for us and confirm that nothing in the last 5 years with this property that we've had anything like this in the past?
Absolutely.
Great. And then, if you had if you put on the agenda the specific amount that, let's say she normally has one for $300 a month, then we could subtract that from the current bill and so the board could approve a specific amount. That would be great.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's them.
Is there, so motion?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Thank you.
All in favor?
Yes.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you very much. Resolutions. A is an approval of the water and sewer minutes from the May 5th, 2025 meeting. You've got a copy of the meetings or the minutes in front of you. Does anybody have any questions or suggested corrections for these minutes? Not hearing any. Do we have a motion to approve them?
I
Oh,
just
yes.
had a question. Bill, how do we make out with, previously Suez with the water tanks, you know, offhand? It'd probably be for discussion, but it caught my eye.
As far as the intake should be,
No, they said that, last month there was, they said that there was a sign of deterioration in our water tanks. And Suez was supposed to come and inspect them. I thought we just did a bunch of work on those.
Get the new company to do it right now.
I don't think that's accurate, Woody, because we didn't have any problems with it. We don't have any problems with the water tanks. I think it should have been more about the intakes.
Oh,
Right,
yeah,
intake
okay,
valves.
that's more,
Yeah.
okay, so,
Do we have any,
Coming in to take a look at all the intakes.
and did they do that, Bill? And do we have any information or are we waiting for it?
They've looked to having the three of them.
Okay,
And I think the last one I think they're looking at is, Canaan. So that has to be drained. And then they're gonna take a look and give us some sort of proposals on what they think needs to be done up at those intakes and, you know, do some, alternates. I think, how we go about repairing.
I'll update that.
Okay.
Okay.
And,
you think we should remove that paragraph or just
I can just change the intake valves
Okay.
instead of the water tanks. And
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So can, we have a motion, I believe, to approve the minutes with the following,
It's,
edit, it said instead of, tanks, it says intake valves.
intakes, yep.
And the messages, we don't have all three, intakes assessed yet, but when we do, it'll come back to the board for a report. Is that right?
Okay,
Great.
I'll move that motion.
We have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yep.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. And then the next is the approval of the warrant. Anybody got any questions, comments about the warrant?
I do.
Great.
On page 8. And maybe I'll point this toward you, Bill,
Hmm.
since you're not here to point back.
Right.
On the VATCon, once again, we're coming into an almost $8,500 repair. Are we getting to a point where it's
Not
time to
worth-
move on and update
We
that
believe
piece of
so.
equipment?
Yeah, I believe so. We've gotten a couple of, we've asked a couple people to give us a price on what we would look at in training. One person gave us like 75,000. I thought that was kind of a low ball figure. The new one's like almost 1,200 grand. So I think what we'll probably look at doing is at some point, like you said, when you is trading it in and doing like a 5-year lease to own
Right.
that we've done in the past.
It seems to work out pretty well, actually.
Yeah.
How old is the one how old is the one we currently have? The one that we're doing the repairs on?
I guess I think it's like 2018. It's only about 7 years old, I think. So I have to go back and look to verify the date.
Okay.
Do you remember anybody?
It was-
7 years old.
It's been purchased since I've been here. I came out in 15.
Okay.
I think we made the last payment this year, so it'd be 6 years old.
That's about normal. Time to do it, but
Right, because we use it a ton, right?
and actually now they use it a whole lot more than they used to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're using it for excavations, where in the past we had used it for that. And quite honestly, it saved us a lot of money because when you're using excavation, you're not tearing things out like you do with just utilizing the backhoe.
Gotcha. But I just like to, in my opinion, we should continue on with the discussion
Exploration.
of replacing that, the point where
It's
it's
a
spending
pretty
money,
big,
get to a point where,
And I'll get all that information for the next.
okay, I appreciate it. Just want to keep it moving forward is all.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
It's crazy though, that 500,000 mark. Whether correct or not, I feel like when we bought this one, it was like a 380 number.
Right.
And that was like 5 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
7 years and 5 minutes.
$150,000 like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Expensive. Everything.
What fire trucks cost now.
Yeah.
get a lot worse.
Well, we just bought a fire truck in 2024 for $824,000.
Remember they used to balk them for 200,000. That was.
Yeah. Oh, we're still balking, but yeah, it's just a bigger.
You're really balking.
Yes, that's right. All right. Any other questions about the warrant?
Mine is a curiosity. I apologize if this is silly, but I was looking at the trash removal in the back, page 12,
Page
and I
12.
was like thinking that you just send so many trucks full of way worse than trash to that same plant. How come we've never tossed stuff in the back of the truck as needed rather than have a separate dumpster situation?
I assume that there's the what we take to the plant is sludge and
Yeah.
is not trash at all and cannot be trash. They're completely separate in the agreement.
They have to sanitize and everything else.
Oh, I thought we just dumped it on the floor next to everybody else's trash.
Yeah, you would like to think no. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
And we've also negotiated that down.
Right.
Yeah.
The sludge cost, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
I
It's got to be kept separate.
Down, we just negotiated.
sure. Yeah, 1,000 feet up. I was like, wait a second, paying
Yeah.
two
Same
cable bills,
place.
you know what I mean?
Throw it in the back of the same truck.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah. Right.
Now I know.
Yeah. No, that's good. It's a good question. Any others? Do we have a motion to approve the warrant?
So moved.
Do we have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Yeah.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Under discussion section, we've got electrical upgrade update. Bill?
Yes, I talked to Chris Pierce from Pierce. They're in the process of meeting on June 18th to go over the 90% drawings internally. They'll come up with their comments and their corrections on whatever they find internally, and then they'll probably submit it to us sometime early mid-July.
Great. Fantastic. Next, so Maple Street Sewer Replacement Project, complete?
Complete? Yes, it's completed. And came in around, actually, we included a 10% contingency that we didn't utilize.
Great.
There was, it was well done. They got in there, did what they had to do and got out and the price was right and, it was a good deal. It was, plus it was a city business, so
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
home run.
And is the pipe that, so we fixed that section, what was it, from center to
The church, was it?
Cherry.
Cherry?
Cherry.
So how is the pipe looking after that, Bill? Are we thinking that next year we might go in and have to continue or
Correct, yeah. Yes, it's not in the best condition. Obviously, that section needed to be done pretty quickly, because we had a problem with the lateral right there on the corner of the center and Maple, and then we couldn't find a piece of pipe to tie into, so that whole pipe was all cracked all the way down, so we'll either look at it, because I think the very next section is a short section, 24-inch, and then it turns back to I think it goes into 10-inch, and then it turns into the 24. So we have a little section there, and then we have the section we'll have to start looking downstream.
so will you try to include that in your plans for 2026 in budget?
Yes,
Great. But overall successful. They got in, they got out, and no surprises. Didn't find another water main that we didn't know about, or any walls, or
well, they did.
Trolley
They
track.
actually did
Trolley
find
track.
an old abandoned water line, so they ripped that out, and when our guys got there, they sealed that, so that was, didn't cost us anything extra, we took care of it. And it was an unmarked water line, so. Yeah, and we did all the preliminary works for the rest of the far as doing the stock cutting of the road, so if you look at the frontage, it's a nice even cut space, so it's not like we gotta go back and then cut it, we did it all at once.
Right.
I know I showed a video to the board, they did a great job cutting for them, helped them out, extremely well, and kept our price lower.
Fantastic.
Good deal.
And that was part of that new Bobcat bought through the ARPA funding.
Great work. Glen Street and Crandall Pond storm sewer and sinkhole repair complete.
It's completed. It was completed Tuesday before Memorial Day weekend.
All right.
Everything was sealed up. The old pipe was filled in with flowable fill. If you go there, you can see there's some riprap at the old outfall. And if you're looking at the pond from Glen Street, if you look to the right, it's the new line. You can see riprap around the flange end of the pipe. It's an aluminum flange then. All the elevations were kept the same. I had to put 2 new manholes in and 2 small little square drainage structures. So, and there was another 24-inch line that came in, there was 2 10-inch lines that came in. It looked like they were all draining out of the Crandall Park fields, probably up towards the bandstand. So all of that had to be tied in. A lot of that was blocked and cleaned. So everything is draining a lot better than it was before we started the project. there was, as we all know, there was a huge sinkhole. They had to do a lot of different diverting of the pipe and putting new handles in, so all in all, the project came out great. I don't know the final number yet. I haven't seen any kind of invoice yet.
Did you, you kept the trolley, the trolley tracks there, or did you take them out and the cement, pad that was there, did that all stay and we just filled underneath once we got done making a new, I don't know if you call it trench or drainage, hole or drainage pipe, right? Once we laid that, did you take that stuff out or just leave it?
No, a lot of that was taken out. We had to cut through the steel, on the, two sets of tracks that were there. We only took out where the excavations were, so that we could get to where we needed to go
Right.
to identify everything, and then put the flowable fill in.
Okay. And so we put then a new pipe in and then filled around it with stone. What do we fill with when we use that stuff? Do we?
Yeah, they filled with stone and they compacted it. Now, on the other side, where the old stuff was, we had to put flowable fill in, and then bring flowable fill first to fill in the pipe so it doesn't collapse. And then we fill on top of that and compacted that.
Gotcha. And you call that flowable fill?
Yeah, so it's just cement, a little looser cement that'll flow into the pipe.
Oh, I got you. Now I get it. Okay. Gotcha. And so you leave that pipe that you're not using there anymore. You fill it with flowable fill around it, and it stays right there.
Yes,
Gotcha. And that's, I assume, so you don't have to pay the cost of removing that and then filling that area.
yes.
And does the pipe still go across the street? I know that there was some drainage that was happening to the, if I'm standing at the pond or in the pond looking at Glen Street, it would be over to the left. Is that drainage there, or does it still go both ways? Does it go there and across to, I don't know if that's Monument or whatever, leading to the duck pond? Yeah, Lake Avenue.
No, Lake Avenue. Everything crosses and goes to Lake Avenue.
Okay. All right.
And then it goes down about 1,000 feet. Down Lake Avenue, if you're looking down Lake, it goes to the right side of the road, and then it goes to an open channel from there.
Yes, which starts at Bowman, right? That open channel
Well,
surfaces there.
like there, meets up with Bowman there.
Gotcha. And heads to the duck pond, right? To along our cemetery pond, and then comes to the duck pond. All right. Okay. Great. Well, crisis averted.
Any word on from any insurance companies or contractors or?
We can talk about that in executive session.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Okay.
When's the next,
Great. All right. Any other questions about the repair job? It's completed and we're waiting for a bill.
I, no question.
That was done by TKC.
Okay.
No question, but it was awful nice to see, something, the bottom falls out here literally. And that was a pretty quick response with a final result before everybody's marching over it the following weekend. It just seemed like kind of a mess to be all buttoned up so quickly.
So quickly. Yeah.
Whoever's a part of all that, that's wonderful.
Great achievement. Right? Yeah. It's funny, it's the bullets you dodge that you take for granted, the bullets that you don't get hit with. If that had gone on many more years or something and we didn't know it, and there could have been a sinkhole there, a major sinkhole, or collapse or whatever, and to get it done in such a short period of time is a testament to the staff and to the contractors we work with.
On the wrong road for it to happen too. Like
Yeah.
it's not,
And it's not like, yeah.
it's not a great
It's not
stretch
the
to
dead
cut
end
down.
Lawton Avenue or something.
Right.
It's, all right. Bacon Street sewer line replacement.
Yeah. Couple issues, I guess, over the years with that line, and now it's just need to expedite it once the new stewards opened up. So, being in his crew made some minor repairs and kept having issues, so they kept chasing the pipe. So he's running from just inside Glen Street on Bacon. There's a, what we call a dead end manhole, basically where the line starts, and runs down Bacon. So he's taking that stretch from there. So probably a couple hundred feet. He's just replacing that pipe. It's not very deep. So he's got,
You mean our,
he's got four.
go ahead, I'm sorry, go ahead, I
I-
apologize.
I think he's got 4 or 5 sticks of pipe, and they're 8-inch pipe. He's got 3 more left, so he's hoping by the end of the week to have it all done, and then they can cut it out. Hopefully, Public Works can pay it.
Okay. Dan, water and sewer?
Yes,
Great,
Andrew.
the crew, okay,
Got this group.
okay. Fantastic. When, you guessing when, the next couple weeks?
I think he's hoping to have it done by the end of the week. But we'll see as long as nothing else pops up. But I know he's busy helping out Ricky up at the water treatment plant, doing a couple jobs up there too.
Great. Thank you. I don't believe there's any personnel issues that we need to discuss, are there?
Well, I think one issue, I think Chris knows a little more than I do, but we have to do a lab check. I think it's starting Monday, is that correct?
It started today, yes.
Started today,
Started today.
right? I hope you're being kind so they come back tomorrow.
Of course.
Yeah.
Give 'em a week break in.
It's great.
The
Awesome.
old lab tech, he took another position with another company, and this gentleman started taking our lab course for wastewater, just out of curiosity, as a degree in biology, and was recommended by Cynthia, our lab director.
Fantastic.
Cynthia happened to be the instructor of that lab course too. So she's very familiar with it.
That's nice. That's great. Anything else personnel wise? Not hearing any. I believe we have to go into executive session.
Correct.
We won't be passing a resolution in executive session, will we?
No.
So, we can, if you wouldn't mind, I'd like a motion to go into executive session and then a second, and then we'll vote, and then, make a tentative motion to come out and to finish the meeting, with no actionable items, so
Right.
that, we don't need to make everybody, stay and wait. Is that
And it's
okay?
to discuss contract negotiations and potential litigation.
Contract negotiations and potential litigation. Do we have a motion
Motion to go to executive session?
and a
Second.
second? All in favor?
Yep.
Aye. And can, will you make the motion when
I'll
we
make a
come
motion to
out?
come-
And will you second?
All the same.
Got it.
All right, all the same? Great. Proposed, our next two dates are on your agenda. The June 16th is the next workshop, water and sewer workshop, and then the regular, sewer board meeting, Monday, July 7th, just so you know. Thank you all. Have a good day. Yep, that's correct.